G'day and welcome to the CruiseAway show. Wonderful to have your company as we escape on incredible travel adventures around the world. I'm Derek.
And I'm Jo. Great to see you. You are in the right place to enjoy the best combination of adventure, inclusion and great value getaways anywhere here in Oz.
Here at CruiseAway, we've been sending Australian travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 25 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all major cruise lines, sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So, if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Born ready. I'm ready for 5 holidays a year, and each of our shows we will be showcasing a selection of ready to book amazing travels around the world, and this time it's all about the Norwegian spirit.
Yes, Norwegian Cruise Line are the perfect partner for your next cruise holiday as you enjoy an exciting and vibrant cruise. Enjoy your travels off the clock with their relaxed freestyle cruising full of personality. Now all of these trips also feature free at sea, so you have even less to budget for.
Yeah, that's right, and we'll explain what that means as we take you on board the stunning Spirit, heading off next December on our first trip to New Zealand, enjoying Christmas and New Year on a 14-night round trip from Sydney. Lucky people. I always love this bit because this is where we get to take you on the ship that will take you on your exciting journey. Now, as you can see, she's had lots and lots of work done. It was done ages ago, which is great. So you'll be enjoying all of the new smart touches on board.
Oh, absolutely. And also whilst enjoying free at sea, which includes your premium drinks package, your Wi-Fi package, gratuities, 4 specialty dining meals, and your $50 Shore Excursions credit per stateroom per port. So, I mean, that's a lot packed in already to your cruise fare, isn't it? You know, unlimited open bar, access to a wide selection of beverages, priced at $15 or less, spirits, cocktails. You can upgrade from that too, but that's actually a lot already. You also have the specialty dining, and they do have some wonderful specialty dining restaurants on board. 4 is a lot actually. Included, of course, as standard is your dining room and also your fantastic buffet, which offers you every cuisine imaginable. But let's talk about some of the extras that you can enjoy with the specialty dining. You might want to go to teppanyaki, which is a Japanese hibachi experience with chefs performing tableside. That's always so much fun because you never know what they're going to get up to. A sushi bar. You've also got on board the steakhouse, Le Bistro, Onda by Scarpetta, which is a nice upscale Italian with signature pastas and seafood and lovely desserts like pistachio cheesecake. Yum. Now, freestyle means that you do not have to book anything. You don't have to book your shows. You don't have to book your dining, you know, apart from specialty, because you can go and enjoy that at any point. And that's why we love Norwegian Cruise Line. Live game shows as well, such as Deal or No Deal, which are super fun and interactive. And usually they run that in the theatre alongside all of the signature shows and specialty acts that you'll enjoy during your voyage. So we're off on a grand adventure, cruising out of Sydney. And first up, we're going to be enjoying 2 days at sea before we head into Melbourne. And you've got an overnight in Melbourne, which is great. It really comes into its own when you stay late, and you can head down to Federation Square or, you know, South Bank to grab a beverage during the day, maybe head to the Great Ocean Road. Then we're into Fiordland National Park. This is going to be Christmas Day, and you are going to be scenic cruising around the dramatic landscapes of the Fiordland National Park with beautiful waterfalls spilling into the sea and mist drifting through the fjords. Oh, it's going to be atmospheric. What a way to spend Christmas Day. Before we head to Timaru, and it feels nice and calm and coastal. An excursion you might want to take part in is the scenic countryside drive through rolling farmland or a relaxed town walk finishing by the sea. That would be a nice day to spend. Then we're into Wellington, and you know, Wellington has got, you know, a lot of creativity at its core, but definitely if you can, head to the Tipapa Museum and learn about the Maori culture and the volcanic landscapes. Then it's Tauranga, and Tauranga actually is the gateway to Rotorua. In fact, head to Rotorua for geothermal landscapes and Maori culture. And the Te Papa, Wonderland will allow you to see bubbling mud pools and sulphur flats. Then it's Auckland. Auckland actually sits on a volcanic vault. There's about 50 volcanoes, not active, don't you worry. You might want to do a harbour cruise or a scenic drive here to get the most of it. Such a friendly city as well, of course. Bay of Islands is up next. And this is pure holiday mode right here. This is New Year's Eve for you too. What about dolphin watching or island hopping on New Year's Eve? What a way to spend the last night of the year. That would be fantastic. We are back into Sydney after a couple of days at sea, where you'll simply stroll off the ship and disembark. And if you do need to get a national flight, speak to our team about that one. But of course, embarking in Sydney, heading off to Melbourne, cruising Fiordland National Park on Christmas Eve. Then we're into Timaru, Wellington, at sea, Tauranga, Auckland, Bay of Islands, before we're back into Sydney.
And it's all over Christmas and New Year as well, which I love. That's a good time of year to actually go and enjoy a holiday, isn't it? It is rather amazing to have everyone else doing everything else for you. And there's so much included. In fact, I was thinking about kind of what you would need to budget for while you're on the cruise. Well, aside your shore excursions that you might want to treat yourself to going through your cruise route, everything else is treats. Because you've got 4 nights of specialty dining included already. You could choose to do more if you want to, but it's only really beyond that treats. So it might be a new diamond ring in the boutique, a new watch for him. I mean, who knows? But you don't have to budget for a lot on this holiday. And this is your chance to go and explore New Zealand with the ship taking you to the next discovery while you're asleep. That's the great thing about a cruise. 2 weeks of incredible inclusive cruising as well. You have got so much included for this amazing price tag. And this, I think, actually there is something to be said about getting away over Christmas and New Year, because you don't have to provide the celebration. The celebration is already there, waiting for you to simply attend and be there and enjoy and lap it up and relax. This price, by the way, you can lock this in with us today here at CruiseAway with a low deposit just by calling our amazing team, should I say, toll free. And there's the number 1300 411 968. It's a wonderful ship, the Spirit, not too big, not too small, nice warm welcome on board, lots of lovely comforts and events and activities and entertainment. You're never shy of something to do, and so many dining options, even more now because you're all inclusive as you're exploring New Zealand. So you've got the full free at sea package to enjoy, premium drinks, Wi-Fi, 4 nights of specialty dining and shore excursion credits for every port that you go into. And you've got 14 nights of that wonderful inclusive cruising to enjoy right the way over the holiday season. And remember, it's just a deposit today to lock in that incredible price tag. Here's all the details you need so that you can get booked. And listen, this is for next year. So if you're thinking, oh blimey, now to arrange being away from the family arrangements over Christmas and whatever, I need some notice.
Yes.
So you can, if you book this right now, you can start telling people, okay, next Christmas we're away. Just telling you now, we're away, not just Christmas, but the whole of Christmas and New Year as well. We're off cruising. Listen, come with us. Talk to family members, maybe take them with you as well. Maybe all have the experience away and together. This is a nice time to get lots of the family together and do a trip like this, and to have no worries when you're on board, honestly, because you don't have to bring, like I said before, you don't have to bring the party, you don't have to bring the entertainment. It is there and waiting for you. What you could even do on a holiday like this is save all the presents. Don't take the presents with you and whatever and exchange them on Christmas Day. Do those after the holiday.
Yes.
Because there's always that little bit of a thing, isn't it? Oh, we're home again now. But you've actually potentially got another Christmas to look forward to when you get home. Just a thought.
I like that. Double Christmas,
Why not?
never a bad thing, right? And now our second trip on Norwegian Spirit is looking ahead to February in 2028. And a wonderful trip across Indonesia and our own incredible shores, taking a wonderful southern passage. Now your 3-week escape begins with your flight from Sydney to Singapore to enjoy a 2-night hotel stay here. And Singapore, of course, is a lush tropical island whenever you visit it. And maybe before you haven't had the chance to stop over, it might just have been a pit stop on your way to Europe or somewhere else. So having a couple of days to explore Singapore is wonderful. It's bustling markets, it's lovely temples, it's beautiful architecture and luxury buildings, including that lovely biodome gardens by the bay. That's a wonderful place to visit. So much more as well awaits you in Singapore. Then it's time to cruise on board the all-new renewed Norwegian Spirit. You've got 19 nights on board. She's going to become your home away from home for sure. And of course, your Free at Sea offers you so much more included in your price. So you've got the premium drinks, as we mentioned, the Wi-Fi is there, the gratuities, the 4 specialty dining, the $50 shore excursions credit per stateroom per port. So this will enable you to book up the excursions even before you get into the ports. And make sure you do go to the talk. They do a live presentation, which is then recorded and played back on your stateroom television. So you can pick exactly what you want to do in port to maximize your time and money and energy, because it's about making sure your cruise works for you. And you know, in all honesty, there's always time usually to do more than one excursion in ports. So you might want to, you know, pack them in because you've never been to this part of the world before. I can't say I blame you. But equally, you might be someone that takes it at your own pace and likes to take a wander as well. So you can do a balance of both, or you can do all excursions. It completely depends on the style that you like to travel. As we say, your travel love language. And talking of travel love languages, maybe your partner has a completely different one to you, and they like to get out there and do activities. They might be doing the pub quiz, they might be doing the bingo, they might be doing, you know, one of the dance classes, and you're like, you know what? You go and do that. I'm going to sit there and read a book in one of those lovely poolside cabanas and just watch the world go by. But that's the great thing about a cruise, because it suits everybody's taste and everybody's particular points of interest. There's as much or as little as you want to partake on when you're on a Norwegian cruise, and that's why we love them. And of course, the food is front and center stage, as much of it whenever you want it, and I'm talking 24 hours around the clock. You could be getting room service, you could be eating a nice slice of pizza up on deck at midnight. It's completely up to you. So we're cruising out of Singapore, and a day at sea is going to see us into the fabulous port of Surabaya in Indonesia, which is energetic and very real, bustling markets await, lively neighbourhoods, and a real thriving pace. Now, the cultural city tour visiting local neighbourhoods and mosques would be a fun one to do. They take you to some markets too. Then we're into Benua for Bali, and Bali has so much to offer. It's the island of the gods after all, from the amazing temples through to some great shopping for handmade silver jewellery. You take your pick whilst you're in Bali. We're into Fremantle next up, which has a gorgeous character to it. Of course, that tie-in with the convicts, the heritage you can learn about whilst you're there. Fremantle Prison's a great way to learn about that and do a guided tour, or perhaps head to one of the lovely wineries such as Swan Valley. We're into Bustleton next, and an excursion you might want to do here is to walk the iconic Bustleton Jetty or explore the Margaret River region, and with some time to enjoy the scenery and local produce as well. And again, book that excursion up. Then we're into Adelaide, known for its beautiful vineyards in Barossa Valley. So Barossa Valley tour, you know, take a nice relaxed tour to get some lovely wine tasting, maybe bring some bottles back with you. That's always an option when you're in this part of the world, of course. And then Kangaroo Island, which is wild and untouched. This is rugged wildlife at its finest. And the wildlife and coastal tour, where you can spot kangaroos, seals and scenery, would be a great way to get around in this port. Then we have an overnight in Melbourne, the creative capital of Oz, of course, the cultural capital with great museums, wonderful wineries not too far away, and wildlife. Up in the Healesville Sanctuary, which was an old haunt of mine as a child, you can see some incredible wildlife. Puffing Billy as well, up there in the Dandenongs. Then we're into Burnie in Tasmania. Definitely feels quietly Tasmanian, this port, and it's full of lovely nature. In fact, you can do the Guide Falls Reserve and just, you know, see nature at its very finest, untouched beauty. We are next up into Eden, which is a very peaceful port to visit, and you might just want to take a stroll yourself, or you know, maybe head to the Killer Whale Museum. That would be interesting. Or perhaps take a coastal viewpoints and town walking tour. Now we're cruising into Sydney, where you'll disembark simply strolling off the ship. But here's an overview, of course, flying into Singapore, enjoying Singapore for a night, and then we're into Indonesia, some ports in Australia, of course, as well. Several ports in Australia, Kangaroo Island. Then we're into Melbourne, Tasmania, Eden, and into Sydney to disembark.
And it's a good job, actually, isn't it, that at the end of the cruise, you just sail back into Sydney, because, of course, when we fly somewhere, we've got to be a little bit conscious about, you know, one, how much will go in the case, and two, how much the case weighs. But of course, when you do a cruise that ends up coming back into Sydney, the great thing is you don't have those worries at the other end, do you? So you can pick up another case or bring an extra bag. And I was just thinking of all those wineries and whatever on the route there. So if you're picking up a few bottles along the way, if you arrive back a little heavier, not you, but your luggage, by the end of the cruise, it's really not a problem, because you just literally stroll off and then back home you go. This is a lovely way to kind of relax in style. And remember, again, with this cruise, you've got so many inclusions to enjoy on board Norwegian Spirit, and a fascinating cruise route as well, right? This is really, really good. Let me show you your price tag, and then I'll break the price down and talk to you about what is included for our price tag here, because this is amazing. If you've never cruised with Norwegian before, that freestyle cruising concept is so good, because if you wear a watch, you can just take it off and discard it, because you don't need it. You don't need to think, oh, I need to be down for my dining slot. It's, you know, at 7:15 or 5:30 or whatever it is. You don't have those worries, because you can dine wherever you want and wherever you want, which is great. And remember, we are looking ahead on this as well, quite a way ahead actually, the best part of 2 years away. So a low deposit will lock in our price today, because that price could go anywhere from here, and it'll only go one way, it'll go up. And your package is very, very comprehensive here too. So it's your Sydney flight over to Singapore, and you've got a 2-night hotel stay, that's included in your package. And then that's where you join Norwegian Spirit and start your 19 nights of incredible, atmospheric, great cruising on board Norwegian Spirit. And you've got just so much included. Premium drinks on the way, right the way through your cruise, from the minute you step on to the end of the cruise. And it's all the brands you know and love right now, which is great. You've got a Wi-Fi package built in. You've got a 4-night specialty dining package, because normally they have extra little cover charges, but for 4 nights of that, you can do it, you know, without the cover charges, which is great. And you also get some shore excursion credits as well to help you towards planning those adventures when you go in the ports, as you cruise gently home from Singapore over 19 nights to Sydney, enjoying all of the lovely comforts and the great atmosphere on board Norwegian Spirit. Here are all the details you need to get booked. And one thing I do want to talk to you about, actually, just very, very quickly on the Norwegian Spirit. One of the changes, I know we've been seeing on the video, the changes that have been made to the ship, which was done quite some time ago. They've added a venue called the Local, and the Local is absolutely brilliant. It's kind of like it's almost in 2 parts. So you have like a regular bar, which is absolutely fantastic and kind of has everything. Remember, you've got the drinks package. And then one half of that is the most amazing menu, including if you're having a little bit of a late night. Let's say you're having a night where you think, okay, I've loved the show, I've enjoyed a gin and tonic or whatever with the show. Now I need some dancing. Now I need to put my dancing shoes on. And your night turns into, you know, the early hours of the morning. And you're thinking, just before I go to bed, I just fancy a little bite to eat. Well, the Local is the place to go, be it 2 o'clock in the morning, and you've got a full-on 3-course menu of naughty late night treats. And definitely, at least one of your nights, will you please treat yourself to the Local and the late night yummies, because they are well worth it. Anyway, listen, if you have any questions about this offer, all you've got to do is pick up the phone and call us right now, toll free 1300 411 968, and our amazing team who've been booking nothing but cruise holidays for over 25 years will be very, very happy to help you. I love this show.
It's a great show, isn't it?
Yes.
Really
fantastic.
Now, our final Norwegian Spirit adventure takes us on the Northern Passage from Sydney around Oz, Indonesia, and up to Singapore this time. And it's 3 weeks of incredible cruise starting on the 3rd of January in 2028. What a way to start the new year. Isn't it wonderful to go out on a cruise a couple of days into the new year, which can feel a little bit weird, can't it, January? But you are starting as you mean to go on, and certainly on a beautiful ship. And as you mentioned, Eric, you know, some really lovely additions have been added onto Spirit, and she's been upgraded significantly. Every stateroom's been modernised. There are additional venues. New luxurious staterooms have been added on as well. You know, you've got lots of lovely venues, including Spice H2O. It's an adults-only retreat on board. You can sunbathe, enjoy the whirlpools, grab a cocktail by day, and at night, it's an open-air party venue with DJ and themed events. Ooh. Oh, I also love Bliss Ultra Lounge on Norwegian. It's high energy and it transforms from a daytime activity space into a nightclub style hotspot after dark. You've got trivia, game shows by day, and LED lights and a lively bar after hours, and a dance club too. So there's several venues that offer you that kind of Bondi, South Beach chic vibe, which enables you to enjoy some after hours activity without it being too hectic perhaps. And then of course there's great shows on offer. There's tons of those. There's live music all around the ship as well. And then after hours, the photographers also come out, and they do you know, take incredible pictures that you are able to purchase at the end of your cruise. You can buy photo packages, for example. Some of the best backdrops you'll find when they do the formal option night, which, you know, Norwegian is freestyle cruising, and you don't have to dress up if you don't want to, but there's always an option if you want to dress up or if you don't. And it's definitely at your pace when you're on Norwegian Cruise Line. They also have the White Hot Party that is absolutely famous on Norwegian Cruise Line. They get the glow sticks out, everybody's wearing white, and it's just a really fun event, and glow night as well. And there's a Latin dance party. You might find 70s and 80s night. So we are cruising out of Sydney, and we have a day at sea, which will see us into Melbourne. And you have an overnight on board in Melbourne too. Now, Melbourne's personality really shows when you've got time to drift and explore. And you know, it's the little things in Melbourne. It's the coffee shops, the independent bookshops, the incredible theatre that you can experience as well. And it's an amazing city. I might be biased because I grew up there, but you will love it. Then we're into Adelaide, and Adelaide, known as the 20-minute city, actually. Head on a tram to just enjoy the city and maybe just do a spot of shopping, or head further afield to Mount Lofty or the Cleland Wildlife Park. It's totally up to you. And you can book an excursion if you prefer as well. We're into Kangaroo Island, which is a wildlife reserve with lovely rock formations as well. Perhaps head on out to Seal Bay to do some seal spotting, or take an excursion, which will allow you to take in everything. Then we're into Esperance, and look at that beautiful pink lakes, famous, right? You can go and see that on an excursion, spend time walking the coastline. You might even see kangaroos wandering onto the sand. It's part of the magic. Then it's Albany. Albany, thoughtful, reflective, shaped by weather, ocean and stories as well. If you want to learn some of those stories, recommend taking a tour of the coastal lookouts and natural formations. We have a seasoned guide telling you all kinds of things. Then we have an overnight on board in Fremantle, which will give you a different angle. You can spend the evening wandering perhaps the harbour, you know, seeing some live music, heading to a pub and, you know, grabbing a bite, or even just viewing everything from up on deck. Maybe eating al fresco up there and just watching the world go by. Next up, it's Lombok. We're into Indonesia now. And this, is many say, is like Bali 30 years ago. So there's no motor vehicles, it's a very relaxed pace, and it's all about the natural beauty. Grab yourself a sand bike, or a fat bike as they're called, and cycle around the island if you can. We're into Bali next, Benua, and this will give access to Bali beyond the surface, whether you're heading to Seminyak for the beach, or maybe out to the Gili Islands for the day, which you can easily do by ferry boat. You've got plenty of time to do that. Hopping into North Bali next, Selokan Bawang, and this will give you an optimum chance to visit Mount Agung, the volcano, or maybe the thermal springs whilst you're there. Also, Pura Ulan Danu Batur is a temple right by the ocean, which is fascinating. Now, we are disembarking in Singapore. You've got a 2-night hotel stay with your breakfast included, and you can explore definitely all the neighbourhoods in 2 days. Eat brilliantly at all hours in Singapore, don't we know it? And just enjoy how calm and ordered everything feels. I mean, that's part of Singapore's magic, isn't it? And, you know, if you want to see a different side to Singapore, head out to the street markets and you know, do some shopping. The night markets are also fantastic. But after that excitement, it's time to head home to Oz, and we're going to fly you back to Australia. Of course, embarking in Sydney, heading to Melbourne, Adelaide, Kangaroo Island, Esperance, Albany, Fremantle, then into Indonesia, Lombok, and 2 stops in Bali before we disembark in Singapore. Enjoy 2 nights there, and we're going to fly you home.
It's fabulous, and I do love the fact that you've got overnights on this cruise as well. And if you're new to cruising, you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, that means that your ship arrives on one day, but you stay the whole of that night and well into the following day as well. And it allows you to actually go into a city, maybe, you know, go in and have some dinner, or go to a night market, or go and see a show that's on in that particular place, or whatever. It gives you a real deeper flavour of that particular place, which is lovely. But don't you think that this is just the greatest way to start a brand new year? And we're looking at 2028 here. It's an incredible holiday adventure over 24 nights. You've got the inclusive cruising, and you've got the Singapore stay included. And I want you to look at the price tag here as well, because of course this does include flights as well. I mean, hello. It's a lot of cruise that you are getting here, and that fabulous stay in Singapore, and of course the flight back too. And again, I have to say, with this offer, a deposit today, right now, will lock that price for you. And remember, here at CruiseAway, we can answer any questions you have about the cruise, or the holiday, or the stay, or the flights, or whatever it is, whatever your question, please do call us. Never be afraid to ask the question. So this wonderful holiday package that you have here begins in Sydney with your 21-night, 3 weeks of inclusive cruising on Norwegian Spirit. Premium drinks included, Wi-Fi included, shore excursion credits for every port included, 4-night speciality dining package included, as you cruise the south and the west of Oz up to Bali and Lombok, and end 3 weeks later in Singapore, where we've included a 2-night hotel stay there as well before your flight back. It is amazing. Remember, deposits today. Here's the details. That's all you need today, is a deposit. And that's the great news about a holiday like this, because as soon as it's booked, you can start looking forward to it, because you know it's happening. You also know that you've locked in an absolutely amazing price. And you know, what we do as a company is negotiate with all of the major cruise lines and hotel brands and airlines and tour operators around the world. And because we're booking on behalf of so many people all at the same time, we can secure some amazing and exclusive price tags for you as well. It's lovely. I think a cruise like this, if you can have it inclusive, it is always better, because then you don't have that thing of, I mean, you don't use cash when you're on a ship, right? Yeah. So you have like an account, like you were staying at a hotel and you put your card at reception at the beginning, anything you charge goes onto the account, and then you get to the end of your stay and you think, uh-oh.
Yes.
But with this, you don't have any of those shocks whatsoever, because your drinks package is included, Wi-Fi is included, and so much more. Anyway, listen, we have run out of time. Make sure you call us. Plenty more of these opportunities, by the way, with all the cruise lines you'll find on our website right now. There are literally thousands of deals waiting for you at cruiseaway.com.au. And do look out for our CruiseAway shows, because it's nothing but good news. It's all holidays. So come back and see us soon as we cruise away more.
Bye for now.